but
Yeah.
that history doesn't begin necessarily in Texas.
No.
Obviously, the home of country music, right, is Nashville. But
Yeah.
that Texas vibe was so strong on you that even after learning all of the history and stuff like that, you were really drawn to Texas versus being
Yeah.
drawn to Nashville. Was
Yeah.
Nashville ever an option?
Yes, and it's an option twice a month for me now. I've had a
Right.
publishing deal in Nashville for 10
Yeah,
years,
I know
and
now, but
I
like
try,
right at the
but
beginning.
my thought process was I can go to Nashville and learn how to write songs, or I could go to Texas and learn how to write songs and play shows. Like in Texas, the great thing about being in Texas, as you know, is if you want to play every night of the week, you can find a gig every night of the week.
Absolutely.
It might not pay the bills, but if you want to play somewhere, they will have you. I think the tradition goes back to the cowboy culture of picture a group of 5 or 6 guys going out on a big ranch, mending fences or tending to the herd. And at the end of the night, you're going to sleep around a campfire. And if one guy knows a poem, or if one guy can sing a song or play the harmonica or whatever, that's your entertainment for the night. And you know that that guy worked just as hard as you did all day long,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so there's culture that exists in Texas that allows for creative people to exist in the same space because their work ethic has already been verified. And, there's not a lot of places in America where you can be a poet or be a songwriter and be accepted by everyone because the work ethic isn't vetted by most cultures. But in Texas, if you're the guy playing the harmonica or reciting a poem around the campfire, you're the entertainment and you're in. You
Mm-hmm.
work just as hard as we did, you're in.
And all eyes are
And
on
that,
you too, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but that culture has existed through today. The roots of it were planted 150 years ago, but now, I remember the first time I played in Texas. I didn't even live in Texas yet, and we sound checked. I had a college band, and we played in Lubbock, and we sound checked with an original. And this guy came up after our sound check and said, "You write that song?" I said, "I did." And he said, "Are you going to play mostly stuff that you wrote or a bunch of covers?" And I was like, "It's kind of half and half." Because in Virginia, that's kind of what you had to do. Like you had to play songs that people knew,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could pepper in originals, and that's how you kept everybody's attention. But in Texas, everybody wanted to hear what you had to say from the start. And
Mm-hmm.
if they didn't like it, they would go about their business and, do whatever. But they wanted to know what you had to say. And I thought any place that wants to hear an original song before they would want to hear a cover sounds like a good place for me to go figure out what all of this is.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
I love that, man. So again, we're talking about the passion and it being similar between sports and music. So that music permeates you. You're still in college at that time. So
Yeah.
was there ever a tug of war between the music and the baseball?
No, I was a right-handed pitcher that could throw in the upper 80s, maybe occasionally
So it was a
low
talent
90s.
level thing.
Yeah. Like if I were left-handed, probably never would have written a song ever.
Okay.
But I was a right-handed guy. You've got 800,000 baseball players that are graduating their senior year of college
Yeah.
that are right-handed that can throw 89 miles an
Yeah.
hour. Like,
Yeah.
and it was a number. If baseball would have called and said, "Hey, we see some talent here. We'd like to sign you," I would have said, "Yeah, 100%."
Yeah.
But that wasn't going to happen.
So that was the baseball the first dream though as a kid, would you say?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
I don't know. I appreciate that. We have that in common.
Yeah.
But I don't know any songwriter that grew up wanting to be a songwriter unless their parents worked in the business already.
Yeah.
Like it was always like I don't know why I can do this, and I don't know why it really like ignites my spirit, but it does, and I can do it, and I want to keep doing it. Like songwriting finds human beings and claims them. Like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
you're curious, you're thoughtful, you seem to have a little bit of musical talent. You're ours now. That's all you're going to do. Songwriting finds you. there's not a whole lot of people that were 7 years old and were like, yeah, I'm going to be a songwriter when I grow up. You
sometimes
want
I
to
can
be,
see a performance and want to do that, right? Like the
yeah,
performing, but like you're not openly looking to create a song. You just want to maybe perform one, right?
yeah,
That's part of the dream sometimes. I see what you're saying.
yeah. I
Yeah.
agree with you. I mean, when you're a kid, you want to be an astronaut or a baseball player or
Right.
John Wayne or whatever. Um, the nuanced career that is a songwriter doesn't usually pop into the brain of somebody under
No.
10 years
Sure
old.
doesn't.
And so it finds you, and it found me, and I'm so thankful every day. I'm so thankful that it found me. And every time, like, we were talking about Nashville a second ago. Even if I'm writing songs for the Nashville big wigs, at the end of the day, as long as the lyric sheet is something that I am proud of, however they want to produce it after that, that's out of my hands.
And that's
But
the hard part, right? Like like being proud of it, even in the cubicle style writing of Nashville.
yeah,
That's gonna be
although
tough,
I will say, in 10 years, I have yet to find a cubicle in Nashville.
right?
Yeah,
I've never,
there's
I never actually have seen a conveyor belt either, but they call it that
no,
also.
no, and I've never written a better or worse song because of the wallpaper on the wall. Like, the space doesn't matter; it's the
Yeah.
people that you're writing with
Well,
that
they say the
matter.
song rules the room, right?
Yes, 100%.
Yep. So it doesn't
That's
matter. It's like going to church. Church doesn't have to be the church. It's wherever you are, right? So,
that's exactly right.
yep.